Hi, this is Joe Buffington with Remax Realty Center. I'm here with Tom Christophers of Christopher's Hardware in Ashton, Sandy Spring, Olney, Maryland. Tom, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, we're a family owned and operated hardware store that we started 40 years ago. And one of our locations is in Sandy Spring. And we've been in the Ashton, Olney, Sandy Spring community for 27 years now, I think, 25. And we're just a neighborhood hardware store that really enjoys serving community where we live.
Right on. So when COVID happened, what kind of restrictions has it put on your business? What has it kind of done to your business?
Well, initially, people were being um, laid off of work or sent home and working from home. And we were open. This goes back into March, and we were open normal hours, and the doors open, everybody coming in, and it got exceedingly busy.
Gotcha.
Our March sales were way beyond last year, and people were buying project-oriented type things because they knew they were going to be home for an extended period of time. Weather was good, and we have had a nice spring so far. Not a little bit of rain, but not too much. Moderate temperatures, and so people have been buying paint and lawn and garden products and anything else they needed to get into while quote stuck at home.
Yeah.
So in the early onset, paint and lawn and garden were absolutely huge sellers. And since then, lawn and garden continues to remain strong. And I foresee it remaining strong for the remainder of spring.
Gotcha. So what have you guys done to change and pivot your business to kind of adapt to these changes in the marketplace?
Well, we remained open. We are a necessary business. And so what we've done is have curbside pickup. And so you either call us or come up to the door and we will get whatever you need. Give us a list. You can email us. That is also an option too. And then we gather your list together and bring it to the door and hand it off or take it out to your car and put it in your trunk or back seat, wherever you want. The whole idea is to, um, keep the social distancing between customers and also keep the inside of our business as clean and safe as possible as well. So it's to protect the customers, to protect the employee. And primarily, our store is being operated by my son Thomas and a handful of other younger people. The older guys have been home for the last 6 weeks because of either underlying issues or age or whatever.
Sure.
And for instance, I'm going in at maybe 3, 4 in the morning, and then when we open up, I leave, go home. There's shortened hours. We're open 9 to 5 rather than the 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock that we ran 7 days a week before.
So one of the things I love about your store is anytime I go in there, I'm able to get help right away and get actually really good help. You got your guys and girls there working, kind of have a really good sense of what people are looking for. You mentioned you can email in lists, call in lists. So how do you do that? How does that look?
Well, if you were to call in the order to 301-570-1300, that's our main phone number. You have to be a little bit patient because the phones just ring off the hook and they get all day long.
Okay.
It takes longer to process a sale, so we can't physically handle as many sales in a day as we do during traditional business hours.
Sure.
We still, manage to handle, a few hundred sales a day, and larger sales will deliver. We have a guy that is during his off hours, he will make deliveries, and it might be mulch or it might be anything. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Excuse me. So we're, keeping exceedingly busy. I mean, to the point where when those folks go home, they are worn out.
Sure.
I feel bad because I'm not there with them, but they're doing a good job. They are doing their absolute best to maintain a good customer service level And even though it may be slower than usual, it's, I think we're doing a good job. One thing I've really noticed is the number of people that have made efforts to shop local and not necessarily go to the big boxes, knowing that they're open, but they prefer to come to the smaller folks to make sure that we don't, go under during this whole thing.
Sure. You mentioned also emailing in lists. Is that a good way? And how would someone do that?
You could email it in. If you visit our website, there's the email link is on there. And so just look at Christopher'sHardwareStore.com and you'll see a link, and that will, set you up to an email.
Awesome. And I was also on your Facebook page, and I noticed you guys were also selling like masks and high quantities of hand sanitizer, things like that. Are those things selling well?
Well,
People be watching.
masks are very difficult to get, and we got them in. We were at them for quite a while. We got more in. I got 1,000 in one day last week. They're all gone that day.
Okay.
And when you get them in, they just don't last. I don't advertise that we have them because the supply is so sporadic. I buy from the 3 largest hardware wholesalers in the country, and none of them have inventory on hand sanitizer, on any of that. If it's a disinfectant, germ killing agent, or a mask or respirator, they don't have it.
Yeah.
There is a rum company in downtown DC that is making hand sanitizer that they are selling, and that is what we're currently buying.
All right on.
The raw materials right now are in short supply, so the prices are higher. And these are people that are, they've switched their operations in order to make something available to everybody. And so we've been selling that. It's kind of a different twist on things, but it's imaginative on their part, and certainly helping us and the rest of the community out too.
So have you been surprised by any particular items that have been selling really well during COVID that maybe you didn't expect this time of year?
Lawn and garden, paint initially, just our paint volume is probably double what it was. Lawn and garden has been absolutely huge, probably 3 times what we'd normally do.
Okay.
Given, it's now, if you're looking at garden chemicals, that's down a little bit because people aren't coming into the store. We're not letting them in the store. And so therefore the impulse sales aren't there. And, people are coming up with a specific thing in mind.
Yeah.
And so the fertilizer, the grass seed, those sort of bag goods are, that's really doing well. But, bird food, every category that people are trying to beautify their home with. Our garden center is going to be open May 1st, and we'll have it fully stocked with flowers and hanging baskets and vegetables and things like that. Our vegetable and flower seed rack was picked clean 3 weeks ago. That's never happened. I've never seen that happen in 45 years.
That's great.
There wasn't one package on the whole rack.
Yeah.
So there are people that are doing their pandemic shopping and trying new things out. I guess they're home, and there are things that they wanted to do for a long time, haven't had the time, and now they do.
Awesome.
As we go forward, I'm going to try and have, believe it or not, slightly shorter hours so I can run 1 shift of labor a day rather than 2, and maybe have 2 days a week where we're open to like 7 or something like that. I've got to wait and see how that works out. I really enjoying seeing a shorter work day for everybody. And if we can do that long term, I'd really like to do that. It'd be good for everybody's family, and it'd be easier on the person that makes up the schedule as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to say, I mean, your staff is great. I mean, they're super helpful people, and I think that starts at the top. I think you guys run it like a family, so that's a really important quality of life.
Well, it is, and I was taught, many years ago that every single person that comes through that door is your boss. And every person that comes through that door is my boss.
Yeah.
And yeah, many of them tell me what to do. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's not. But I do listen to what people have to say and observe, and I like to provide people with what I've created, which is what I construed to be an extension of me. And it is part of my fabric and my fiber and my being. And it's a business that I love and cherish, and that we want to treat people the way we like to be treated ourselves. And sometimes we fall down, but we overall, I think we do a pretty good job.
Absolutely. Well, thanks a lot, Tom. And again, what are ways people can contact you guys again?
The best thing is call the store at 301-570-1300. And if it's busy, call back. Somebody will get the phone, and just be a little bit patient because they're really busy trying to, take care of everybody as best they can and as efficiently as possible.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Tom.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
All righty.
Appreciate it. Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.